Hey, Aaron. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, Tim. Thank you. Good. How are you, Tim?
I'm good, man. What'd you bring? What you got for the podcast today?
I got my Kavu wallet today.
Kavu, what's that?
It's a brand.
What do they do?
Hold on. I got their little thing in the back of my wallet here.
You just kept it?
Yeah, dude. So Kavu is they do all these different designs, and it's only like a limited edition thing. So like, you only get this, and like that's it. Like once they're out, they're out. They won't have any more.
They won't restock on that specific one.
Right. So it's a pretty cool company. I like their designs and everything. I'm pretty sure they've done a lot more. Like it's like almost like Tom's. Like, you know, you buy a shoe, you get something back. Like someone gets a pair of shoes.
We need a sponsor from them. They seem pretty cool. It says their motto is busy living, and we outfit a lifestyle filled with good times, close friends, and the search of the next Kavu day. It's pretty cool.
So Tim, what you bring to the podcast?
What do I got? What do I got for the podcast? I got a big old fuck you, Aaron.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
got for the podcast today.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah. All in, fair warn. How the heck are you, dude?
I'm good.
Are you ready to go to Savannah in a couple weeks?
Oh, it's been a minute since I've been to Savannah.
Well, we're not talking about like in Savannah. We're talking about Pooler. It's like it's kind of like Savannah's so big it has like sub-cities, so it's like Pooler, Savannah.
Oh no, I would
what
like to see like the small cities besides like the big main that tourist.
My dad lives up there. My brother lives up there. My brother just said that he's pregnant, so that's really great. I'm going to be an uncle again. And congrats to him. The baby, funny enough, is due in September.
Oh, shit.
His girlfriend, Josie, is born in September. Chase, my brother, is born in September. My dad and my Uncle Jeff are born in September. So they're going to have a lot of babies.
He's going to be broke.
I know, dude. Buying everybody shit in September. What about Christmas? Christmas is only a couple more months away from September. Jeez. But I'm really happy for him. I know that he's going to be a great dad, a great father, and I hope to be a part of that baby's life. Uncle Timmer right here. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just I love Chase and I love Josie. She's really amazing. She's a good person, and I know that she's going to be a good mom. So,
what are your plans for the weekend, Tim?
Brandy's getting her tattoo on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yep. Brandy's getting her tattoo on Saturday, and and then Sunday I don't really have any plans, but what are your plans this weekend? Work?
Yep, I gotta work since I'm off the weekend.
That's not a very good question, Aaron. I don't think you're good at this.
No, I'm not. Tim?
What's your favorite ice cream?
Ooh. I like butter pecan ice cream.
What?
Yeah, dude.
That's like saying your favorite cookie is oatmeal raisin.
The fuck? No.
Yeah, that's the equivalent, my guy.
That or mint ice cream.
Okay, mint ice cream. Mint chocolate chip?
Yeah, mint chocolate chip.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That's a good one. My favorite is cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream?
Yeah, I mean that's my favorite.
No one's there, Koopa.
Yeah, cookies and cream. Anyway, let's talk about the first thing on the podcast today.
Okay.
What is it? What does it say? I can't read your chicken scratch.
Thanks. Pretty sure you got some chicken scratch too.
No, my penmanship's a lot better than yours.
Okay. Ashes to a diamond.
Yeah, so this is something I want to do. When I die, I want to get cremated.
Okay.
And my ashes be turned into blown glass or a diamond.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. It's something I seen on TikTok, just something cool that I thought we could talk about. And I don't know of anybody in my family that has had it done. But I would love for that to be done with all my ashes, like, and everybody can have their own part of me, in a sense.
I know they, like, of course you have to be cremated, and then they do something, like they pressurize it to where it, like, compacts the ashes to create, like, the diamond and everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes in this little graphite tube, and they put a scoop, and then they put this disc in there to make it change colors, and then they put more ashes on there, and then they put it in a little tube, and then they put it into a graphite tube, and they heat it up, and they push down a lot of pressure, and it makes the diamond. So
yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's so cool.
I mean, that's kind of scientific.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But I think it's really cool that they did that.
I love that.
See, for me, I want to be a part of the ocean, and in the same sense of, like, being cremated, what they've done is they've created biodegradable. No.
Biodegradable.
Like, where biolife can be created on this stone and, like, have an ecosystem to the ocean. And it's like this big rock with, like, holes in it and everything. And you can have...
You get turned into a rock?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, dude.
Mm-hmm. Save the fishes.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I know another company, you get buried in this coffin, and it's like a soil coffin, and it breaks down as your body breaks down. So you get buried in dirt with dirt all around you, and you get buried in this coffin. And inside this coffin, you is a seed for a walnut tree or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you grow into a tree. So you kind of have another, purpose, kind of, but,
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good idea for, besides being, buried under 6 feet and, having something stuck there for the rest of the life.
Well, yeah, until Jesus comes back and we all raise from the dead.
Well, I'm not saying that in a sense, but like the casket that's not biodegradable. And,
right. Yeah, we just have shit in the earth.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like another trash right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
For someone to dig up and be like, oh, it's another dead body. Okay.
Yeah.
The next on our list, there's a woman who creates these shadow boxes of a past, dog or animal. And what she does is, once the loved one has passed, she will get a sample of their fur and a picture of their dog, cat, whatever animal it is, and pretty much recreate it to make it look like it was, a replica of their animal. And it's pretty legitimate, and it's really cool how she does it. She uses the certain felt to start making outline work, and then starts putting the volume into it, and it creates depth and everything. Yeah. And it's, that's something very sentimental for her to do, and then very sentimental for the person who has that.
Anybody who can handle to look at a dead pet, that more power to them. A pet to me is a part of the family. You know what I mean? If there was something that symbolized that pet, or that's so lifelike, it would be really hard for me to see that. You know what I mean? Because my dogs and my cats are like a part of my family. So, just if I seen my grandpa, as a life-size statue, that something I could tangibly touch and hug and stuff would be really hard for me to do. Yeah. So I don't think I'd be able to do that, but that's really amazing that someone can go and have that done. If you want to see your dog, or your cat or whatever.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I've seen a lot of people that have businesses where they did realistic paintings of family members, and they had this guy got his mom Christmas gift of somebody who passed away, and every year they would have a Christmas photo taken and give it to their mom.
Mm-hmm.
This year they couldn't do a photo because the loved one had passed away, so she didn't think she was getting one, and they ended up getting her that one that was a realistic painting, and she, broke down in tears and started crying. She said she loved it. You know what I mean? And, if that a realistic painting would be amazing for me to have of my grandpa with me. I would love to have something like that because, dude, I miss my grandpa a lot. I miss my grandpa. Papa is what we call him up north. Papa. But I miss my grandpa a lot, and I call my grandma a lot, and I'd be like, hey, Grandma, I miss Papa right now, what do you think you would say to me right now? What do you think, this or that? And she really helps me get through the whole, I miss my grandpa a lot because there was a lot of times, I was really young, as far as like maturity goes, and I really didn't understand the whole deal. I was, 14, 15 years old. I just knew he wasn't going to be around.
Yeah.
I didn't spend nearly as much time with him as I wanted to. So, I don't have a picture of me and him, but I have plenty of pictures of him that I could use. And I used one of those old man filters, and I took a picture of myself, and I said, "Holy shit, I look just like my grandpa." But I would love to do that painting one with my grandpa and me.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. And but it just goes like people are out here and they have really good skills and they are artists, and they deserve to have that business because it's an amazing.
They go above and beyond doing all that.
Yeah, because if you can get your emotions in check and have your emotions let out in a different way, and because missing someone is really hard, and it doesn't go away. It just gets easier every day.
Right.
It never goes away. So it's just it's amazing that people can ease that pain. So I'd encourage anybody to get something like that. Yeah. Anything like that.
Okay. You want to move on to the next topic?
I don't really have anything else, do you?
No.
On that one?
I don't.
Okay.
So the U.S. is sending troops to train in Taiwan. Or training the Taiwan people.
Yes.
Training the Taiwan people, their soldiers, because of the threats from China.
Yeah, they're going to quadruple their standing army in Taiwan. Taiwan is its own independent country, and China is trying to take it, kind of like how Russia is doing to Ukraine.
Right.
And China is very authoritarian, and they're not a democracy. They are a dictatorship, a communist country.
Right.
But what's the difference between communists and dictatorship? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the communists, they get a set pay, and this is as much as you can make, and you can't make any more, kind of thing. Everybody gets paid the same, this or that. So, if they try to go towards Taiwan, they will have a really hard fought country that they try to get. So I'm glad that we're helping out these other countries.
Yeah,
I really am.
Absolutely.
I don't want anybody to lose their home.
No.
Hold on a second. I don't want anybody to grow up without a mother or a father.
A mother.
A mother or father. I don't want anybody to grow up without their parents.
Or their family or friends. That takes a toll on them.
And, but if you start war, that's a consequence you're going to have to live with.
Right.
So. And I am glad that we're helping out these countries. I really am, because no one needs to. In the world that we live in today, we don't need to live in fear on whether we're gonna lose our home or not.
Right.
So, do you have anything on that about China or anything? You don't have anything?
No, I don't.
What do you know about China?
We get a lot of our stuff from them.
So what do you think's gonna happen if, they're going to war?
Well, just like, the whole Russia thing and Ukraine.
Sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
Sanctions. The sanctions.
Put it on vibrate. I feel like they're going to try and sit here and try to step foot on our land. Same as Russia tried to do.
They ain't going to try to do that. They ain't going to try to do that. They'll lose in a heartbeat. There's too many guns out here. They're not dumb enough to do that. Not dumb enough.
Plus, I think I feel like we are one of the countries that get a lot of our stuff imported from them.
China?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna, lose a lot of business and.
Hold on a second. Go, hey Alexa. How much do we import from China?
From the biggest.net, U.S. goods imports from China totaled $451.7 billion in 2019, down 16.2%, $87.6 billion from 2018, but up 52.4% from 2009.
We're up, dude. We're getting a lot of stuff from them.
Yeah.
So,
how would you think if we did cut our connections from China, from all of our imported goods that we get from them?
I think that a lot of goods will go up because we're not getting a lot of stuff from China. I think that a lot of our stores will be empty until we can find viable stuff either in the United States or Israel. We get a lot of stuff from Israel. Vietnam, we get a lot of stuff from Vietnam as well. Yeah. So I think that anything that we can do there, I think would be good. I think that it will be a bad deal for China because we can always find somebody else to do it.
Absolutely.
Even if we have to pay a little bit more for it. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
We ain't scared to spend no money.
You know what I mean? Not, because we're almost at our spending limit here.
Yeah. What are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about the debt ceiling? It's set to go off in June.
Yeah.
Or July.
I don't know.
If we default on our loans, we're going to go into a major recession.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be economic collapse.
Yep.
It is not going to be good for any country for us to default on our loans. I don't exactly know who we owe, but we owe them. A lot of money.
Let's ask Alexa.
Okay, we can try to ask her again. Alexa, cancel. Alexa, what's the U.S. national debt right now?
The closest answer I know is from January 2020, when the United States' central government debt was $26,618,400,000,000 US dollars.
What is the U.S. national debt right now?
According to Peterson Foundation, the $31 trillion gross federal debt equals debt held by the public plus debt held by federal trust funds and other government accounts.
Who do we owe?
Who does the government owe the money to?
According to The Balance, many people believe that much of the U.S. national debt is owed to foreign countries like China and Japan, but the truth is that most of it is owed to Social Security and pension funds right here in the U.S.
This means that U.S. citizens own most of the national debt. No, I don't.
I know I don't. I pay my fucking taxes.
Right. And I think, yeah, for sure. Did you do your taxes?
I haven't officially filed them yet.
Who do you go through?
H&R Block.
Me too.
Yeah.
What I would suggest to do to anybody who, has a job or anything like that, just to make sure that you don't have to pay, when you do your W-4, you do single and zero for your dependents.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they ask you if you want to do additional withholdings, do an extra $20 or $30 a paycheck, just so you know for sure that you're not going to pay anything. My wife Brandy was very adamant that I was going to have to pay state this year.
Yeah.
Because last year I didn't do that, and she was very adamant. You're gonna have to pay state. You're gonna have to pay state. You're gonna have to pay state. And I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna have to pay state this year. She was very adamant because I've only lived in Alabama for going on 2 years.
Yeah.
So, when I told her how much I was getting back, I said, I'm gonna have to pay Alabama $2. She's like, I told you you're gonna have to pay. I said, honey, I'm getting refunded state. She goes, what? They must have done something wrong or something. I said, no, it's because I paid so much. I paid more than what I was supposed to pay all year. And even if I have done nothing, I mean,
it's not much that you get from state though. It's like
$12 is a lot.
Well, you're putting in.
Yeah. So,
but
if I didn't put in anything, then
it wouldn't be much.
No, I think I did $50 a check for two times. So that was 100, and then 20. We'll just do 20 times 26, which is $520. So that's actually a lot of money. That's most of what it would be. So if I didn't do the $20 every paycheck, plus the $100, that's $612 or $620.
Yeah.
So I would have had to pay them if I didn't put into it. So she is right in the sense that I would have had to pay if I didn't pay into it. So I overpaid them by $600, which is exactly, $20 a paycheck would equal out to.
Yeah. I think it's like, the last time that I filed last year taxes, I got like $30 from state.
Oh God. Yeah. That's about what it would be if I...
And it's not much that you get back from state, but that's the first check that you get from doing your taxes, and then
No, you get federal first. State comes second.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it takes forever.
Oh my God, it's because but the money they gave us, they gave it to us. No, bitch, give me my fucking money.
What they're doing is they're letting it sit in their banking accounts and gain interest. So once that's what they're doing. Same thing with like all these big companies like Walmart and stuff. Like
that's why we get paid every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, why the fuck do we only get paid every 2 weeks? When did that even fucking start?
Not just that, but like whenever you have to like make a return to like Home Depot or Walmart, like they say it takes 3 to 5 business days or whatever according to what your bank statement does, whatnot. It's because they want to gain interest off of your money. I don't know how often they do it, but
I think those big corporate checking accounts are different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got CD.
Yeah,
shit, and then
I don't know how that works. It's just part of the process.
I know like that's where like I'm pretty sure like we can get like loans from is like big companies like that. Like, where Chase and stuff, they pull that money off of their account and then we pay it back but they get more than what they've already put in.
Yeah, because we're paying the interest plus they're getting their money.
It's mainly interest than it is what you're paying off.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you have a deductible of $53, you're paying, you know, like $22 for your actual principal, and then the interest is the remaining 30 whatever.
Right.
So it's ridiculous how, you know, credit cards are kind of scary to mess around with. But
Yeah.
my credit card, they finally were all like, oh, well, it's going to be, your next bill payment's going to be $99 because of the interest. I said, okay, I mean, that's fine, but I don't care. I'm going to just keep paying it. And, you know, they'll say, like, if you keep making your minimum payments, you'll have this paid off in 2 years. I was like, yeah. Yeah, that's the previous.
What's your minimum? Well, who do you go through?
I have 2 cards. I have Discover and Chase.
You have 2 credit cards?
Yeah.
God, fuck. I had one Capital One card, dude, and it I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like having a credit card because that's money I ain't got.
I think both cards I have to pay $50 each month.
You can't pay it every week?
No, because I don't get paid every week.
No, I'm saying, but we get paid twice a month.
Right.
You can't pay it twice a month?
Probably now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to do the
That's what
math.
I would try. That's what I would try to do.
I mean, it'd be smart because you'd be paying off the monthly.
Yeah, I don't like paying
Deductible.
just the minimum because the interest is the minimum payment. So when you get an interest charge,
Right.
you're not paying any of it off. You know?
You are, but you aren't.
No, you're not paying any of it off because the interest, when the interest comes in, I don't know why I'm so gassy today.
What'd you eat? That's what it is.
Bean burrito.
Mm-hmm. Taco Bell.
No, I know, no, and those, we'll get on that later.
Okay.
So, when you get interest, it's taken out with your payment.
Right. So, like what I said earlier, you're paying.
But if you pay it twice, you have that extra $50 on your card.
In a sense.
Yeah.
You're paying the principal. You're not paying interest on that.
Right. But
Right.
the interest goes down once you pay on the balance.
Right.
So if you pay on the balance more,
Right.
your
lowering
interest will
your-
go down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying now. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, Tim. Yeah. Fuck you.
Well, I wish I had more money to pay my bills, but you know. I need restitution, I think.
Quit being on that purchasing power. Yeah.
Me and Brady are ready to go to Michigan. I called them the other day about
Yeah.
So we're
Everything's
going
all
in
booked
December.
and everything. Sweet.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're going to Michigan and
I'm excited for
Christmas.
y'all.
Yep.
Going
And,
to Christmas Town.
Christmas.
The happiest place of the world.
The happiest town. But yeah. And what else were you going to say about credit cards?
I mean, yeah, credit cards are like pretty much like a shit way of like, you know, gaining credit and bumping your credit score up, but that's the only best way to.
That's true.
I mean, that's the only way besides, you know, the other 2 main things, which is buying a house or buying a car.
But you can't do either of those if you don't have good credit.
That's right. And even if you do have bad credit, you know what they do?
Big down payment.
Well, that and your credit score goes down because that, or if you didn't have any like income of annual last year,
Mm-hmm.
they'll drop your score because you don't have money.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of sort of a big scam.
Yeah. It's exactly what a credit score is, a big scam. Just like everything else in this fucking country.
Just like
Look, and don't get me wrong, I love the United States of America, but Most of what we got going on here is fucked.
But your first credit is
What?
your social security number.
What about it?
And that's your first, like, credit.
Line of credit?
Line of credit.
Does it got any money on it?
Well, I mean, I don't know, like, whenever you're born and stuff, I don't know how that stuff works. If, like, you know, the taxpayers then pays into your account, you know?
What account?
Your social security.
What about it?
It's an account.
Are you not talking about the card?
Yeah.
What
your
about
social
it?
security number is a card. Is a like credit. It's like a credit card, but you're not allowed to touch it until you're, you know.
65.5.
Huh?
65.5.
65.5.
I think they raised it to 67.5.
How the fuck are you gonna live that life? You know, as bad as our country is, we're breathing in toxic fumes from the fucking
We're not
train derailment, dude. You might as well just lower that shit, just like they upped the frickin' smoking age limit to 21.
Yep.
Back in
18 or 19.
18.
Alexa, when did they raise the smoking age to 21?
I don't know the smoking age of Weaver, Alabama. According to Wikipedia, Alabama law prohibits the sale of tobacco products to any person under 21 years old.
She's
When
gone
did
AWOL.
they change the smoking age to 21?
December 20th, 2019. According to American Lung Association, President Trump signed the bill into law on December 20th, 2019, and it immediately took effect. In March 2015, a report from the National Academy of Medicine revealed that tobacco 21 inches could prevent 223,000 deaths among people born between 2000 and 2019,
No,
including
fucking stop 'em.
reducing lung cancer deaths by 50,000.
That won't stop them.
No, they're still going to get it
Yeah.
from people who buy them. I wouldn't
Buy minors.
I wouldn't buy any kids anything that they couldn't have. I was in a relationship with somebody and I didn't even get them booze when I was 21. I wouldn't do it. I told them I wouldn't do it. So
All right.
that's everything we got. We went on a tangent about credit cards there.
Credit cards to social security numbers and interest rate. Yeah.
Okay.
So the last thing on our list was China supplying military weapons to help the war in Ukraine. So pretty much what we're doing to help Ukraine.
China's doing to Russia.
Was it Russia?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Ukraine.
Listen, you're
Sorry.
getting Ukraine
I
and
heard
Russia
Ukraine.
mixed up. Write down Russia.
Did that trigger you how I wrote it?
No, I don't care how you write it. I want you to get Russia's the bad guy, Ukraine's the good guy. Okay? You're mixing them up.
Okay. So China is supplying military weapons to help the war in Russia.
In Ukraine, help the war in Ukraine. But Russia's the bad guy.
Right.
Yeah. So they're helping Russia.
They're helping Russia.
They're helping Russia. They're not helping Ukraine. We're helping Ukraine.
So they're helping Russia
By supplying military weapons.
to pretty much gain land in Ukraine.
Yes. Yeah, Russia wants Ukraine. But if China helps Russia, Russia might help China get Taiwan. Just like what we talked about a minute ago.
Right.
I think that might be their play here. You know what I mean? Hey, we'll give you this if you help us when we do this.
Right.
I don't think it's a good idea for either of the countries. You know what I mean?
Well,
China is a very old country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have a lot of history and a lot of tradition, a lot of culture. Don't fuck it all up. You know what I mean? Because United States is gonna come there and they're you know what I mean? Like, we can fuck shit up quick.
Yep. I think that what China is doing to Russia, what can we say about what happens if Russia turns their back to China? You know, do you think Russia will win that war against China?
No, 100% will not. They can barely get a little country, Ukraine. There ain't no way that they can get China unless they nuke it. And there ain't no telling how many nukes Putin has because he pulled out of the treaty. The nukes treaty.
Yeah.
So there's no telling. No telling. I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Till it's on the telly.
Yep. All right, man.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.